Hi, welcome along to ArsenalFanTV. So it's a massive game this week. Arsenal versus Manchester United. Massive. Hold on. Is it massive? I mean, this game to me just sort of sums up how both teams, in a way, have fallen. 10 years ago, this game, Arsenal versus Manchester United, the world stopped for this game. We had Henry and people like that, Bergkamps and, you know, all different players down the time. They had Van Nistelrooy's, and nowadays you look at this game over the past couple of seasons and particularly this season, and it's just, it's a game featuring two big teams, but you know what I mean? It's nothing super special. And I think that sums up the performances so far this season of both teams. Manchester United have been very uninspiring, really, on the whole. Even though, fair play to them, they won the League Cup. They're going to be probably in the final of the Europa League. They beat Celta Vigo, so they should make the final Europa League. And, you know, that'd be 2 trophies in a season. And then even us, lacklustre season, but still got a chance of winning the FA Cup. Could have a trophy at the end of the season. But if we're being real about both teams, neither of the teams in the Premier League have performed up to the standard that the fans of both clubs would expect. Manchester United, you don't know what to think. You know, will they? You know, they're a team that they've got so much quality that on their day they can hurt you. But then sometimes they're very negative, especially when they go away from home. And I think that that's going to be the sort of Man United we're going to see this week. We've already heard a lot of mind games coming from Jose Mourinho. He's been talking about how many players he's going to rest and stuff like that. I just get a feeling that he may not rest as many players as he's saying. He's spinning it and playing a lot of great mind games as if to say to people that, you know what, if I did lose this game, it's because I had to rest a load of players because I've got the second leg of the Europa League next week. And he's also, I think, lulling Arsene Wenger into a false sense of security. Also putting a lot of pressure. If you listen to Paul Merson's interview, it's true what he said. There's a lot of pressure on Wenger now because Mourinho's put it out there and said, I'm going to rest players. This is not my number one priority, this game. It's the Europa League. So all the fans now of Arsenal, and this is very smart by Mourinho. Yeah, a lot of times, you know, we slate him, but he's a smart cookie. He hasn't won what he's won without doing these sort of things. All the pressure now is on Arsene Wenger, because if he doesn't win the game and he doesn't put in a performance, it's going to be, you know, he'll be under so much, and the players will be under so much pressure in that game if they don't get off to, say, a good start in the game. So it's been brilliant by Mourinho. Now, for Arsenal, after that terrible performance last week in the North London derby, it was so disappointing. You know, the fans were really let down by the players last week. I want to see the team bounce back. Now, the thing is, can they? Their whole, I don't know, they just seem so fragile. There doesn't seem to be no steel in that team at the moment, that nobody will say, you know what, I'm going to drive this team forward. Only really Alexis Sanchez, and even him recently hasn't been at the best. So we really, really want to see a performance from Arsenal this weekend. The games are running out. There's only a few games left till the end of the season. They want to go into that cup final with momentum. If they are honestly trying to get into that top 4, they must win this game. There's no point in talking about draws or anything like that. And plus, again, if you look at our record against the top 6 teams, I think this season, for instance, the only team in the top 6 that we've beaten has been Chelsea. And that was right at the start of the season. And I think even that goes back to last year. We've barely beaten any of the teams above us. It's just not good enough for Arsenal Football Club. This is the reason why fans are angry and frustrated this season. Because it's not good enough. And we need to see something from the players this weekend that almost acts as an apology for last week. That they go out and they put in a great performance against Manchester United, where they can all, you know, say to the fans, listen, this was for last week, we're sorry. And give us a bit of pride back in the Arsenal badge. Because at the moment, after last week, the pride is gone. So please, players, put in a performance. Arsene Wenger, it's about time you beat Mourinho. You've never done it before. You need to get that sorted out as well. Never beaten Mourinho in the Premier League. You need to do that this weekend. We need a victory. If I'm being honest, at the moment when I'm looking on this game, I can see a draw written all over it. Because I know that, you know, Mourinho's going to come. He's going to be organised. He's going to frustrate. That's what he's done all season when he's played against the bigger clubs, especially away from home. But it's for Arsenal to take the game by the scruff of the neck and get the job done. Will they do that? All will be revealed on Sunday.